you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. My name is Patricia. Thank you to everyone that subscribed to my page. Thank you for all the views. And as always, please leave comments below if you like the video. And remember, do not forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. And let's learn and grow on this page together. Thanks, bye.
Okay guys, let's go ahead and get started with our meal for today. I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I make my banku and okra stew. I have different variations of preparing this meal. This is just one of the ways I make it. So let's go ahead and get started with the ingredients that we're going to use for our meal today. For my meats, I have fresh goat, nicely washed and cleaned. I also have some fresh fish. I have fresh mackerel and tilapia. With the tilapia, I'm gonna cook it on a stove with the other meats. I'm gonna steam cook it and take it out the pot so it doesn't tear apart. And with the mackerel, I'm gonna season it with salt and pepper and bake it for about 15 minutes in the oven. I have willy, which is cow skin and cow bones. I have fresh shrimp and fresh crab. For my veggies, I have some garlic cloves, parsley, ginger, some onions, fresh tomatoes, some habanero pepper, and my bell pepper. I have my fresh green okras. I'm gonna wash these and cut them up into little pieces. These are the spices I'll be using for today's meal. So for my banku, this is the brand that I use. You're gonna empty your banku mix with your cassava into a pot like this and add water, enough water to get it liquidy. You're gonna mix them together to get all the clumps and chunks out. Your mixture should be smooth once done. This is how your banku mix should look like when properly done. Once finished, you're gonna place it on the stove on a medium heat and add salt to taste. Whilst on the stove, you're gonna mix it, or you're gonna stir it with your binguta as frequently as possible to prevent it from making knots and clumps. It takes about an hour and a half to complete the banku process. While my banku is cooking, we're gonna jump back into my okro stew. Here I have blended my garlic, onions, and ginger into a puree, and I'm gonna pour that over my meats. I have my meats on a stove on a medium heat, and I'm gonna add a little bit of water to that. I'm also going to season my meats with my seasonings that I shared with you all earlier. Here it is with the seasons on there, and I'm gonna have it sit on the stove and cook for about 30 minutes. Please cover your meats while it's steaming on the stove. And here mine is. I'm gonna go ahead and take the fish out. It's been 15 minutes now, and as you can see, my fish is well cooked, so I'm gonna take it out and put it to the side while my other meats continue to cook. If you guys could smell the aroma, oh my goodness, yes. Yes, so my people, now back to the Banku. My Banku is forming perfectly as it should. So back to our okra. I have washed and cut up the okra into little tiny pieces. We are going to bring this to a boil. I am going to add water to it and cook it for about 15-20 minutes. I'm also going to add kill to mine to get it more slimy. You can get kill at any African store. If you don't have kill, you can add a little bit of baking soda to get it to be slimy. Here is my okra so far on the stove. While my okra is cooking, I'll go ahead and get started with the stew. I have my red palm oil here, and my pot is already on the stove on a medium heat. I'll go ahead and add my palm oil to my pot so it can melt and warm up. In about 5 minutes of warming up my oil, I'll go ahead and add my sting fish or my momone to my pot to give it that nice village aroma that we love with our okra. As your sting fish is cooking, do not forget to flip it around so it doesn't burn on you. Cook this for about 5 minutes and then add your diced onions. Cook that also for about 5 minutes and add your puree mix, your onions, ginger, garlic, and pepper to your onions and your momone in the saucepan and allow it to cook for another 10 minutes. Please cover it up as it is cooking. This is how it looks like after 5 minutes. I wish you guys were here to smell it. Oh my goodness. Just flavor everywhere. Yes, guys. Yeah, include my no. I'm gonna add my crabs to it at this early stage so my crabs can cook well. As you know, my crabs are fresh, so that's why I put it in early for it to cook, and just you don't want to get that fishy smell in your stew. So if you don't cook your crab separately, put it in your pot earlier so that it will cook well. We're going back to the okra. My okra is done, so I'll turn it off. We're back to our stew. So my crabs have been cooking for about 15 minutes now. Everything looks good. It just smells so wonderful here. So at this point, I am going to be adding the meats that I steamed earlier into the pot so it can cook and marinate and all that goodness and juiciness with the crabs. So stay tuned. Now that I have all my meats in the pot, I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning. I've added some paprika, my onga seasoning, and 1 Maggi cube to it. I'm going to stir everything up so it can marinate with all the meat, and I'm going to cover up my pot and let it cook for about 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and add my fresh shrimps to my pot. And I'm going to stir it and cover it up and let it cook for another maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Yes, guys, look at all of that. Nothing but flavor in this pot, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, so my meats have been cooking for about 15 minutes now. I have opened it up to give it a good stir to prevent the bottom of the pot from burning. And as you can see, this looks and smells delicious, guys. Very flavorful. Okay, guys, so our meats have been cooking for about 15 minutes. We're almost done. Everything is delicious and juicy. Oh my goodness, guys. I am gonna add the okra to it. Here it goes. I'm gonna give it a good stir so it can blend with everything. And guys, I am gonna be enjoying tonight. One of my favorite sayings with one of my sisters is "Aduane yede, aduane de ede pa." Okay, so it's been about 10-15 minutes and our okra has cooked and blended in with our meats. I'm now gonna add the fish to it and let it cook for another 10-15 minutes to bring everything to boil. But at this point, we are almost at the home run. We are almost done with our food, guys. We are just gonna enjoy this at this point. Okay, guys, my fish have been cooking in the pot for about 10-15 minutes. So at this point, I am just gonna add my bell peppers and my diced onions in the pot to these would be like just chunks when you dish your stew. It makes it taste very good, guys. So this is the final stretch. I'm just putting my last 2 ingredients, some chopped onions and my bell peppers in a pot, and I'm gonna mix it in there and cook it for another maybe 10-15 minutes, and we will be done. Okay, guys, so we are done. I have dished some of my stew, and I have a Banku ball here that I am gonna eat. I am so famished. This food has me so hungry. I can't even wait, guys. Oh my God. When I tell you guys that I tear I tore this food up. I mean, I left no crumbs, okay? This is amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Please leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about this recipe, if you're gonna try it. And until next time, take care. Bye. Adriana Nedesi.